loving you. Hey, yeah. What's happening, y'all?
Hi YouTube. So I just wanted to come on really quick before I shoot this next video and talk to you guys a little bit about my bulletin board, which is behind me. For those of you who watch my videos, you know, often you'll see that I try and update it maybe like once every month or so. But one of my New Year's resolutions was to do that more often because it's like a really big source of inspiration for me and motivation. So it's kind of like a vision board, but I change it from time to time. So yeah, I just want to share with you guys what I have up there for now. So okay, so in this corner I have pictures of some of the women who are really inspiring to me lately, and this is what I like to see when I get up in the morning, you know, just so I can be thinking that, you know, I want to be in her shoes. So in this corner is a picture of Zoe Saldana, who is like one of my favorite actresses right now, but I really kind of admire her work ethic, and I read a piece on her in Ebony magazine from this past year. She just seemed really humble and down to earth. So that's what that's about. Over here I have a picture of the accessories editor at Teen Vogue magazine, and I know there's a glare, but she's so fly, and here's better pictures. But growing up I always wanted to work for Teen Vogue magazine, still one of my favorite magazines, and I also always wanted to have some sort of positive influence on young girls, so that's like my reminder and my motivator. And then down at the bottom I have this magazine cutout, and then Zoe Saldana again. I think it just represents like see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. I liked that. And then up here I wrote down give love and give love again, which is kind of like my mantra lately. I have a picture right here of Lauryn Hill, who's my all-time favorite artist, and this section of my bulletin board is just a reminder to stay focused and work really hard. And then over here, this is kind of like the area where I keep things that are inspiring to me as an entrepreneur. So at the bottom I have a picture of a money clip, which I thought was fly because usually money clips are really like masculine. So I thought that one was kind of chic. And then at the top there's a cutout from the Wall Street Journal, and it's an article about this guy who basically his passion is pizza, and he was working as like a panhandler, which is not really a job. And he was doing that in Times Square, New York City. So he decided finally to give that up and kind of follow his heart. So he would go to like different pizza places in New York and try out like their pizza. And then he started a blog comparing like one slice to another. And then eventually he wrote a book, and he's gotten a lot of work from it. And I just thought it was kind of like an uplifting, you know, story, just about following your dreams. And I mean, you don't hear those type of stories too often, but I definitely think that's the beautiful thing about the internet and the digital space in general, because everybody has a different story to tell and everybody has something to offer. So I thought that was pretty unique. And then over here on the little post-it I wrote down a quote, and what it says is, what you worship you will have. And basically what that means to me is to stay focused on my values and what I believe in, and to think about things that are long-term and not necessarily like material things that will go away. You know, I'm a visual person and I like things that are aesthetically pleasing, but as far as success, I don't equate success with having a certain purse or a certain pair of shoes or a certain car. So that's why that's pretty important to me. And so that's what that section of my bulletin board represents, and it probably changes the most frequently out of like all the sections, just because I try and keep those ideas fresh and new. And this is the style section of my bulletin board, and it's not really about fashion per se in terms of like labels and brands, because I think how you wear your clothes is more important than what you're wearing. But style is important to me because it means you have a sense of who you are and what you like. So over here I have a picture of Genevieve Jones. I guess by trade she's a designer, but nobody really knows like her true background. She's more of a socialite, I guess, but she's always really well styled, and I just love the way she pulls off really feminine clothes. So yeah, and then down the middle These are pictures from a Teen Vogue magazine spread, and I told you Teen Vogue was my favorite magazine. It's actually my second favorite magazine. My favorite is Spanish Vogue, and the reason why is because the women in Spanish Vogue are a lot more curvy than they are in the American version, and the editorials and all the spreads are like a lot more sexy too. So anyway, these are from Teen Vogue. And I really like the way that the model is styled. Like her clothes is, and the accessories is just like impeccable. I think I would wear every single one of these outfits. And I just thought it was really fun and playful and kind of like youthful, but not really childish. So that's what that's about. And then on the side of that, there's a picture that I just printed out of a Vogue magazine cover from 1944, I think. And it's actually by Salvador Dali, who's like a famous painter. And they don't really commission artists to do the cover of magazines anymore. But I thought this was pretty amazing considering how famous he is as a painter and how well known he is. And just to see his style reiterated for the cover of like a mainstream magazine, that's like what art's supposed to be about. I think a lot of times there's like a distinction between high art and low art, or high fashion and street fashion, or whatever. So I just thought that was really cool. And this is a picture of one of his more famous paintings. I don't remember the name of it, but you might recognize it. So that's the style section. And then down here at the bottom is pretty basic right now, but this is just where I keep like all my fitness inspiration stuff, and this is where I keep track of my workouts. So basically how it works is I write down each day like which workout I did, and usually I do like interval training or CrossFit style workouts, so I'm able to time myself. And so in December I did, you know, however many different workouts, and now that it's January I'm repeating those workouts so I can see if I beat my time. So that's just like how I track my progress and, you know, see if I'm actually getting faster or stronger or whatever. So, and then in the middle there's a picture of me on the beach from July 4th, 2011. And this is my like big fitness inspiration picture right now because it's actually me, and I was in pretty good shape. And a few months after that, I just totally like put my fitness goals aside and had too many burgers. And so now I'm trying to get back to that. And I'm pretty sure I can. It's going to take hard work. So I like to have that picture there just as a reminder. And yeah. So pretty much that's what I have going on. Thank you for watching, and leave me comments if you guys have vision boards. Let me know what's on them, and also let me know where you keep them, because I know a lot of people like to put things up in the bathroom because that's like the first place that you go in the morning, but I kept mine in the bedroom just because that's where I spend most of the time, right? So let me know where you guys are keeping yours and what you have going on. Say hi to me on Twitter too. My Twitter handle is pennyfrmheaven, just like my YouTube name, so you can find me there. And that's where I'll be hanging out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I once longed to be a star. Hey. And then a voice spoke to me and said, I saw you are. Greetings.